Jai Hind, dear students. Welcome to another video lesson. I hope you have watched the previous video lesson, The Little Girl, and completed your notebook. Please update it, take the snapshots, and send to me on my number in WhatsApp so that I can check what you are doing. And let's begin the lesson. But sorry to keep you waiting, it is because of the poor network conditions, and it takes about 4 hours to upload each video. So uh, let's begin at once. Rain on the Roof, written by Court Skinney. So this is the poem. I hope you have the book with you. Beehive, please follow from the book also, read it and learn it. It will be coming for your exams. Now, who is the poet? The poet is Court Skinney, who was a lawyer, politician, journalist, and a poet from the United States. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a joy to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed, and to listen to the patter of the soft rain overhead. So I guess you can relate to it because it's been raining since a couple of days, and in this stanza the poet describes a rainy night. He says that all the stars of the sky have become invisible because they have been covered by clouds. Darkness usually has a negative connotation. Yeah, it's related with a bit of negativity, and the poet makes no exception to this rule. He's feeling melancholy, he's feeling a bit sad. He says that the darkness is making him sad and reflective, and the rain also seems to mirror his emotions as it looks like tears softly falling from human eyes, and the raining is being compared with a person crying. At this point, the only one thing that can bring joy to the poet is to curl up with a pillow in the bed of a country cottage. Though the rooms of the cottage may be small and ill equipped, the sound of raindrops can only transport him there for him to recover from his melancholic mood. So, that is what the poem is telling, that the first stanza is telling that he is finding comfort in his room in the cottage when he's lying down, and the sound is giving him helping him to recover from his sad and depressed mood. Okay, so what is the rhyme scheme? I have already explained you, but let me tell you again. It's the last word of the each line in the poem and how it is rhyming. Like you can see, when the humid shadows hover, okay, A, over all the starry spheres. So it's different, that's why it's B. And the melancholy darkness, again third variation, darkness, C. Again gently weeps in rainy tears. So the tears is rhyming with spears, that's why it's B. What a bliss to press the pillow. If you haven't understood, please replay the video, you can understand again. So in that case, the rhyme scheme of the poem is A B C B D E F E. If you just go through all the lines from your book, you can underline the last word of each sentence and you can understand. Okay, I have already taught you, I have already explained. Once more, please replay the video, and still if you have a problem, just comment below. I will happily answer to all your queries. Stanza 1. So alliteration. Number 1, alliteration. What is alliteration? It's a figure of speech, the repetition of a consonant sound. You know, consonant and vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and the ones, others, B, C, D, they are the consonant sounds. So when it is being repeated, it is called alliteration. For example, humid, hover, H, H. H sound is repeating, which is a consonant sound, that is why it's alliteration. Starry spheres, S, again S is repeating. Press pillow, P sound is repeating, alliteration. Lie listening. So what do these do? These will express the poem in a more better way. It will give it good melody, and it's a figure of speech which will highlight the poem in a better way. So that is why the poet has made use of them. Next one is onomatopoeia. And what is this? It's a figure of speech, once again, the use of sound words to create a dramatic effect like pitter, patter, bang. All these are onomatopoeia, and they create auditory imagery. Auditory means with the ears. You can create an image with the help of ears. So that was like the car went crash against the gate, so you can understand that that was an accident. So that sound word is helping you understand, and that is called onomatopoeia. Pada is a sound used as a sound word, and it is made by the raindrops falling on the roof of the top. Yeah, especially those roofs that are made of the sheets, iron sheets, steel sheets. There you can clearly hear the sound. Yeah, like in our school too, the roofs, there you can hear a lot of sound. Personification, treating a non-living things as a living being. So that is being used. Darkness has been personified when he says that it is sad. Transferred epithet, another figure of speech, the use of an adjective with a noun when it refers to another noun. In melancholy, darkness, the darkness is not melancholy, but it refers to the sad people. That is why we are using a transferred epithet. So just go through this. These are important. These are the figures of speech used in the first stanza. Now, second stanza, every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their bright hues into woof as I listen to the patter on the rain upon the roof. So, this is the second stanza, and really it has been written in very uh, in a very technical language, and very fine tuned by the writer, and it shows what creative skills that the writer has. In this stanza, the poet describes how the raindrops make the loudest sound as they fall on the shingles of the roof, the tiles of the roof. When it falls, it makes the sound. And each sound that is made by the rain in this way is repeated in the next instant by the beating of his heart. So that sound is creating a reverb, it is creating an echo in his heart, right? And you know what's an echo. So the things he has only been imagining now start to appear before his very eyes. He starts dreaming a bit as he is listening to the soft and continuous falling of the raindrop on his roof. All his memories are coming back to him, but they are not discrete and separate from each other. Instead, all of his memories seem to have formed a patchwork of becoming entwined with one another. So, it is giving him time to remember. Thoughts are hovering over him, and they are getting mingled up. Okay, so what are the figures of speech used out here? Please pay attention, it's a very important portion. Alliteration, the repetition of consonant sounds again in two or more consecutive words is being used, like the words busy being, B sound is repeating, their thread, TH sound is repeating. These are consonant sounds which I taught you. Rain roof, R sound is repeating. Onomatopoeia is being used, like tinkle, patter, yeah, sounds made by the raindrops. personification is being used, treating non-living as living being. Recollection is personified when he says that they weave dreams. So his recollection is being personified. They are weaving, they are making dreams. And again, finally, transferred epithet is being used. The use of which is use of an adjective noun with a noun which refers to another noun, as dreamy fancies. So it does not mean that the fancies are dreamy, but refers to the people who have dreams. That is why it's a transferred epithet. Let's move on. Now we come to the final stanza of the poem. Now in fancy comes my mother, as she used to years agone to survey her darling dreamers, ere she led them till the dawn. Oh, I see her bending over me, as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So, again, beautiful lines written by the poet. I can't just help myself in appreciating with how much of elite and technical skill this poem has been written by Court Skinner. Really, that is why you are reading it. The whole purpose of poetry is to understand, assimilate, and to appreciate the creative genius of the poet, because every poem has a message to convey. And here, and the final stanza, there is a kind of message that we get. Here the poet introduces his mother. You remember, he had been having fancies, he can visualize his dreams, and he's dreaming of his mother. A mother who is there no more, as he had told in the previous stanza that rain brings memories of the past. He is in nostalgia. It is the memory of his mother who is no longer alive. In the past, she used to love him a lot. Every mother loves the child, and he remembers it. She used to consider him a darling, and she would let him sleep till daybreak and have sweet dreams. And so she used to look over him whether he's sleeping or not and take care of him in that manner. The poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him as he listens to the song made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his room. So this entire situation of him curling up in a bed and listening to the patter of the raindrops is bringing back memories, because as a child during such times, parents are concerned about their children, whether their children are sleeping properly or are they scared because of the rain. So his mother used to come to the room and look at him whether her darling was okay or not, whether he was sleeping, whether he was comfortable or not. And this is the recollection, sweet recollection, which the poet remembers. The sound of the rain makes him correlate his past and his present. That is why the poet is moved by the sound of the raindrops on the shingles of this room. And that is why this situation is very precious to him. Whenever he hears this sound, it brings back memories of the past and is reminded of his mother. Yes. So there are certain instances and situations and certain things and objects in our life which help us recollect someone. Okay, so even you might have such things. Hold on to it, they are very precious. Now let us go to the technical aspect. What are the figures of speech used in the last stanza, third stanza? Alliteration again, which is the repetition of consonant sounds in two or more consecutive words, like memory my mother. M sound is repeating, memory my mother. Like even Spider-Man's name, Peter Parker, yeah, P sound is being repeated, so it's an alliteration. Like darling dreamers, D sound is repeating. Then again we use onomatopoeia, and I already said you sound words to create dramatic effect. Boom, crash, kaboom, so many sounds are there, right? Splash. So here in this case, patter, sound of raindrops falling on the shingles of the roof. With this we have completed our our poem Rain on the Roof. I want you to please solve the exercise which you have in your book, or I might have sent you in the PDF. already. Please check that out. Do write it in your notebook, and I will be sending you some question answers from my side also. Thank you for now. Please watch the next video too. Like if you have understood the lesson, and if you haven't, comment what section. I will happily answer it for you. Thank you for now. Jai Hind.